Welcome to my mess of a room. It's actually not that bad. It's just a lot to look at. It assaults the eyes. This is the corner of my room where I store my clothes because I don't have a closet, where I put all of my sewing things behind me because I don't have storage, and my desk where I sit and sew because I need a desk to sew. I don't know, I wasn't prepared for that one. This is the main corner of my room, and I need to make this more accessible. In terms of the amount of space, for a bedroom, I do have a lot of additional space to move around and to hoard things. In the terms of like a crafting space, I really need way more space. I'm not able to make the space amount happen, but I am going to kind of rework my unfinished shelving behind me, my closet thing. Basically, I am taking this part down and giving it a wrap around. And right here is a door. This is a door. That's what all this curtain is. You got doors and then on the other side, windows. So this is really the only wall space that I have to store and put things. So I'm kind of wrapping it around today. That is my goal by the end of today, is to have all of my stuff pulled off my shelves. And then, oh, also on the top there's a window, so I don't even have full wall space. It's stupid. See this black thing? That's like a really high window, and it's like, it's stupid. What am I going to do with everything? I don't know. And I assume that this whole project, this side of the room, is going to take me a week or two. I do not expect to have it done today. It's not going to happen. I very well know that. I need to move everything to this corner of my room. I'll show you. This corner, where my sofa is, tucked in the corner. Yeah, I've already got a mess here. So that's what I'm doing. I gotta find some plywood. I don't know if I actually have any. I need to make 2 shelves at the minimum. What am I gonna do with everything? All right, for the most part, I got everything cleaned off and pushed over to this side of the room. Down here, and I realize you probably can't see this, but this is the cabinet that I got to go in the corner. So I'm going to go make dinner, come back down when I'm done with that, clear everything off at the top, and then I am dismantling the whole left side of the cabinetry, if you want to call it cabinetry. I wouldn't go that far. Once it's all dismantled, I'm going to clean it real well. Got some spider webs back there. And then I don't know if I'm going to paint first or place the cabinet first, but both of those things are happening tonight. And I made it a point to not cover up my bed. My swords are here on my bed because I don't really know where to put them, but I don't want them buried under everything. And I need somewhere to sleep tonight because this is going to be looking like this for a few days yet. You know, magazines are much heavier than you think. I have about 100 magazines over here that I've just been collecting for years and years. And yeah, they're really heavy. Who'd have thunk? So I'm going to go make dinner and I'll be back in a bit.
You're doing just real quick because you look like you're just assembling a lot.
I have to disassemble the whole side. Just this side, and I'm not touching that, just this. He knew very well what I was doing as he went to go and pick up the corner cabinet for me because he knew I was putting it to create the closet. But as soon as this top shelf came off, he heard the drill, came downstairs, and decided he didn't want me to do that. So I had to put the shelf back, and I opted for painting the whole thing black. All right, it is, I would like to say the next day, but it is the next day. The unit is black. Is it a unit? Is it cabinetry? It's not cabinetry. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. It's plywood slapped up on the wall. It's my closet because I don't have one. This is what I use for my closet and my storage. I got to almost taking it apart. I got the top shelf off, and my husband came in here and told me to stop it. He knew what I was doing. Now, I did not get this on camera, but he put up these shelves for me. Let me correct myself. He cut these shelves for me and I put them up. But where it is in the corner, which is why I wanted the whole unit, I wanted it to curve because I don't like the corner. I mean, yes, I could fit in the slot. Okay, fine. But like if I'm grabbing things, right? I'm against the wall. I mean, fine, if I'm on a ladder, a step stool, and I'm up top and I don't want to fall, I can lean against the wall, fine, whatever. I wanted the thing to curve, and it would have stopped right here, and it would have curved, and it would have looked nicer, I feel like, and it would have been more accessible. I did not get putting these shelves here on camera because of the angle. I have nowhere to put the camera where you're going to see. Look, if I'm over here and I'm drilling, can you see what I'm doing? No, you can't see what I'm doing because I'm in a cubby hole. So I did that yesterday because the night before really, this black paint, well, it has latex in it. And I am severely allergic to latex. I don't know if you can tell from the stuffiness, like my voice and my face, and I'm puffy and I'm swollen. And well, I just had a really bad reaction to it. I ended up having a really hard time breathing that night. Had to do the breathing machine in order to get to breathe better. So, and I didn't have any windows open. Wasn't thinking about it. I was like, dang, this paint really stinks. Like it just really stinks. And that's the thing about latex paint, it stinks. So I need to get the vacuum and vacuum up all of the dust and everything from over here. But I'm going to paint these shelves to match this. This is dry. I'm going to do some touch up, but overall it's pretty good. And then, do you see this little swatchy here of green? Yes, this little swatchy here. Ignore this. I'm going to cover this up. I'm going to paint this wall green. I would like to paint the whole room green. I mean, I have a whole gallon of paint because I bought this paint for something. I don't know what I bought it as something. I have a whole gallon and I might be able to do the whole room with it. Let's see how I do on this wall. I don't think it's going to use much because like this is the biggest portion of the wall and then this is a door and then it's just this strip up on the top. So we'll see how that goes. I might even paint the door black. We'll see. My husband told me not to, but he also messed up my closet by not allowing me to curve the thing. All right, vacuum, black, green. Okay, that's what I'm doing. My closet or cabinetry or unit or whatever the heckadoo this thing is completely done. It is black. I dig it. The walls, oh my goodness. Now I realize this is just the first coat and I used this super crappy paintbrush because I can't find a roller anywhere. I'd have to use the brush on the top anyway, so it's fine. Second coat is going to make this much better. And the green that this is, it's like the dark green that's just like in here, right in my soul, and I dig it. I told my husband that I was only going to paint this wall green. I'm going to paint the whole room green, but I cannot do it with a paintbrush. This is not going to paint my room. No. But I can cut everything in. Well, I can't do it until I get all my stuff put back because I'll show you. But first, I painted the hanging part of the closet green. I also changed these. So there were three hanging rods. One way at the top that I couldn't even try to reach if I wanted to. And this is how I made sure that I can reach this. But now I only have to tippy-toe a tiny bit and I can reach this now. So my tops are going to go here. My dresses are going to go here. And yes, a lot of them are very long. And what I did was, with the extra wood, I framed in the bottom here, and I'm going to add a shelf and up there, right above where the hanger is. And that's why there's two of these little brackets here. I want a shelf above it, and for that shelf up there, that's where I'm going to be putting my extra blankets because I have too many stinking blankets and I don't want them down on the ground or anywhere near the ground. Now I could put my blankets here, but then where's all the rest of my stuff gonna go? So, I need the top shelf thing up there. Do I currently have 2 shelves cut? No, I don't. Now I just have to wait for the paint to dry. I have my windows open today, and I have been wearing a mask the whole time that I was painting actively. I just took my mask off to say words to the camera. After dinner, I will come back and I will put on the second coat. I'm not going to film that, I don't think. This is the last of the stuff that I need to go through. It looks like a lot because it is a lot. It turns out that I just might have a hoarding problem. Now what I need to do is separate everything into categories. This feels really daunting. And I don't know what to do with this because what's left here, I don't have a spot to put. So I guess let's just get started. Here in this suitcase right in front of me, this is, I want to say ball gowns. I haven't checked. Not ball gowns. Clothes. Okay, clothes that I no longer wear. So this needs to go over here with my other buckets of clothes. Crap. For the majority of this stuff, it's half onesies and half outfits. Specifically outfits that I made and onesies that I bought. In the tub on the bottom, this one here, more clothes that I no longer wear, along with this. And I think I'm going to go through that very last. I need to get a hanging rod. I need one more rod, and what rod I do have that I took from the closet is too small to fit the space that I need it to go in. So I'm going to have to order one. It's like $25 and I don't want to spend $25 on the stinking rod. Okay, for this stuff, I'm going to separate out baskets, my boxes, and I think most of this is scrap fabric. I really do. Empty boxes, empty baskets. I emptied all these. This basket is scraps. Oh boy. Oh, there's my thing. Okay. Maybe not scraps. Maybe these are projects I didn't finish. And scraps. Got a putty knife because that belongs with fabric. And this bag is scrap. Okay, I got drawings for a floor plan for a house I want to design because that belongs over here. A calendar from 3 years ago. Chore checklist and my giant sketch pad that's full. What am I supposed to do with this? This box is hats and gloves, labeled. I don't have anywhere to put it. Where does one put hats and gloves? With the clothes. Look at it. I'm getting through this pile so quickly. Not really, because I'm just putting things to the side. It's still a big pile. All I did was move things around and put it in little piles. That's not helpful. This box is batting. I got this for my sofa. This is what's left. I don't think it's a lot. These are curtains that I do not want to cut into. I would very much like to hang my lace curtains, but my husband doesn't like lace curtains. He likes these blackout curtains, and I'm holding on to them and not cutting into them or making anything out of them because I want to use them for curtains. Specifically, I want to use them for curtains in my next house. More specifically, the house that I'm going to build, and even more specifically than that, in the library. Because yes, if I want to build my house, I'm going to build a library. I got some throw blankets, more clothes that I went through that I don't wear and I don't want. This thing is a sheer, lacy, long strip of fabric. This was over my bed, kind of like a canopy. These things are wreath bases that I made from wisteria vines that grow in my yard. I am going to be making some Christmas wreaths out of these. I like to use outside things to make decorations, so I'll go cut some. I have quite a few cedar trees that have gotten pretty large. I can go snip some branches and then cover these in those branches. Now for the rest, definitely all scraps. I think though, in this here, is it a bucket? No, I don't think so. Half of it is projects that I didn't finish. I got some vinyl up here because I was gonna make some boat seat covers. And then this is all of the good fabric or vinyl that I had. I don't have enough to make boat seat covers, so been here, I guess, in my not finished project pile. I have 2 of these throw blankets. They've seen better days. That's why they're over here in my fabric. They're ripped up pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna wash it. I want to do something with this. Like, I love the fringe, if you can call it fringe, on the bottom. I like the design of it. I've never liked the color of it. I think I'm gonna wash this and then try to dye it. I gotta tell you, this stuff is pretty heavy. And moving around my room and the painting and it's been a lot. It really has been a lot. It's been about a week since I first started. I've got most of everything put away now. I think that I've made pretty good time because I expected this to take 2 to 3 weeks. I'm moving on. This whole bucket is scraps. I was going to try to lift these out of here. So the only logical thing I think that I can do with all of the scraps is use the scraps to make stuff. And I mean, some of these scrap pieces, there's a decent amount of fabric. And I have been looking at scrap projects. I'm not really a big fan of patchwork. Also, I've been thinking about having to make the patchwork, getting out the fabrics and cutting them all to the same size squares and then sewing them together to create a large panel thingy of fabric and then making something out of that. And that just, it really does not sound appealing to me in the very least. That sounds like too much stinking work, if you ask me. This is the only thing holding up me saying that this is done. That and having to buy a rod to hang my clothes. Oh, and I still need 2 more shelves because I want to put all my blankets and curtains above where my tops and sweaters are in my hanging closet. I use closet loosely because it's not a closet. So I would say, as a whole, it did not take that long for me to get everything reorganized and my half of the room painted because my husband does not like this green and this is my side and I want my side dark green and black. And I did that. I also want to get, you know, those window thingies that stick on the window. I don't know what they're called, and I'm so stinking tired that I don't have my words. All right, so here's what's gonna happen. I am going to stack these scraps on top of my bucket. I'm going to move the bucket and this. I'm going to tidy up a little bit. And then I'm going to show you the finished project of my half of the room. But before I do that, if you liked today's video, please give me a thumbs up. It did take a lot of effort to do this, and I realized I did this just for me because it really just needed to be done. Leave me a comment down below if you know of any scrap fabric projects that are not like patchwork blankets. Leave me a comment about that down below because I need some ideas. I've got to get through this. I mean, heck, for Christmas gifts, I'm probably making patchwork things. I know I can make bookmarks and cup koozies and sleeping masks, and that is where my mind blanks. I don't know what else to make. Pillows, throw pillows. If you're not already, consider subscribing. I post every Wednesday. This month just went out of the window. Is that a phrase? Am I using that right? I know it's a phrase, but like, am I using that right? This window became up in the air. This window. Oh my God. This month. My brain. Well, I'm done talking because I kind of sound like an idiot. So I'm going to finish. That's going to be in just a moment for you, and there will be no more talking, and I will not be saying goodbye. I am just going to end it with beauty shots of my side of my room. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I'll see you next week.